Hi, I'm Heinberg. Good to have you back. I'm joined today by my friend LOOKMUMNOCOMPUTER and Dr. Julian Parker from Native Instruments.
Hello.
And we are here because we all share a love of old test equipment, such as these 1/5 and 4-digit sized filters.
It's a chunk of weight, isn't it? That's always heavier than you think.
Yeah. And the beautiful thing about test equipment is that it was not meant to be used for music, but it can be used for music. In fact, all the synthesizers that we know today come from old test equipment being used for music by people such as Stockhausen. And the bad thing about test equipment is it's heavy, it's big, it's hard to carry around. So we challenge Dr. Julian Parker to build us something on an invention of his, made on a computer, and it's a thing, a computer.
It's awful.
And there's an invention called Reaktor. My first piece of test equipment that I fired up was a huge Rode and Schwarz tube sine oscillator. And when it started up, it made brrrr. And then it went into a really pure, beautiful sine. I would like to hear a really pure, beautiful sine now.
Okay, we can do that.
How do you do that? How do you do that? How do you make me on those things? I'm genuinely intrigued. Like, that's a screen.
That's the screen. I'm just going to hit enter and I'm going to type in OSC. Then I'm going to choose from my massive list of oscillators here.
Are these different modules for Reaktor?
Yeah, these are all different ones.
But they're on a screen.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Do you reckon there's a weight to the flops inside the chip, like flipping over? Maybe there is a genuine physical weight to it.
That's a very interesting theory, I think, worthy of further study.
Yes. Good. I'm glad to have added to the field of science in some way.
So, a sine.
You would like to hear your...
At 220 hertz.
220 hertz. This I can do.
Coming in slowly.
So you're patching it?
I am.
That's kind
I'm
of cool.
patching it.
Oh!
Sending it to the output, and we have a sine wave.
Mm-hmm. That's a nice sine. Now, what the Rode and Schwarz has is a measurement meter where you can see the volume of the signal. But when you engage it, because it's a tube circuit, also it will form the signal. The sine becomes a little bit skewed and it produces all these tiny crackles, which are really exciting. It's not a perfect sine, it's a better sine. Can we do that here?
We can certainly do something to deform the sine. So, this being a computer, all the components are maybe a bit more perfect than the test equipment.
Mm-hmm.
So we have to go about this in a...
Random fashion.
Or...
Faux random
We're going to
fashion.
need some other modules. So first we need something that is going to saturate it a little bit. And for that I'm going to use a mixer.
Okay.
And also I'm going to add something that can add DC offset to the signal. And for that we're going to use a CV processor. So I'm going to patch the sine wave into the CV processor. I'm going to add a little bit of DC offset. I'm going to patch it into the mixer. Here's where the magic happens. I'm going to patch it in 4 times on every channel so that it gets too loud.
Uh-huh.
Well, too loud, no.
That's cool.
Louder than it would have been otherwise. So now I'm going to, let's just bring this over here. I'm going to unpatch our plain sine wave and we can start experimenting and see if we can make it a bit more rich. So now we need to turn this up. A bit too much there. It's too much
it's
on
kind
it.
of saturating a bit. Wow.
Oh, that perfect.
Yeah.
Back it up.
Yeah.
Go to like 11.
11.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
But does your... I can't, what's the test equipment called again that you got?
Rode and Schwarz.
So does your Rode... I can't pronounce... So does your Rode and Schwarz... Does it have a sweep function?
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't.
But what I like to do is I like to patch the Rode and Schwarz into a Schwebungssummer, which is a tube amplifier by Grundig, really beautiful thing, and it can add another sine wave, and it also adds a little bit of drive to that again.
Okay.
So I would love another sine wave tuned in a nice relationship to that one.
Oh, so
Maybe
they're
like a
fighting.
small, maybe like a minor. Oh no, exactly. Make it like 2-1 or something.
Okay. Well, this is very easy when you're using a computer.
Copy and paste.
All I have to do is.
How do you know that?
Yeah, you should know about this.
I don't know. All I know is I use, you have to go to eBay to do that if you want test equipment. It's like, how do I copy and paste this function in real life? It's like, eBay. It is basically test equipment, copy and paste.
So, I already have another oscillator.
Yes.
Exactly like the other one. I'm
Wow.
going to patch them both into another mixer using the same trick again. Overloading 2 channels at once.
Mm-hmm.
It's always fun to misuse things. And we are going to turn up all these volume levels. And then we are going to patch again into the output. So now you hear the other oscillator, but it's not detuned yet.
Yeah.
So now we want to detune it, right?
Yeah. Slowly.
Oh,
Too much.
now
Oh,
Okay.
that's the advantage of having a big knob.
this is true. So now we have a problem.
It's quantized in some sort.
It's quantized. We can get around this. We can make another DC generator,
Oh, and offset it.
and we
Okay.
can feed a tiny little offset into the
Okay.
frequency modulation input of the oscillator.
So with quantized, you mean it is stuck to pitches, like
got
actual musical pitches.
No, in this case, it's just about how many steps there are in the knob.
Oh, so not steppy enough.
No.
Ah.
So I am going to add a very, very tiny offset, patch it into the FM input here, and we're going to turn it up. And
There we go.
There we
It's
go.
coming.
Oh,
It's coming in and out.
that's already pretty good. So
is this
one
slow enough?
final thing, that's good. One final thing I like to do with this signal path is to use a frequency analyzer by Electro-Harmonix, which is not test equipment, but it's a pretty damn gorgeous ring modulator. So I would like to hear some metallic timbres from that using a
Okay.
ring modulator.
We can do that, and we're actually going to use exactly the same module again.
Ah, yeah. What, as a ring modulator?
You see, the thing is, it can take an input, and it can scale that input by a level. So if we control that level by the other oscillator, then we have a ring modulator.
Yeah,
Oh.
I guess that's multiplication.
It is.
Audio, multiplication of a signal.
So what would you like to ring modulate? Here, Hein, back.
The whole thing,
The whole thing?
all of them.
With each other?
Yeah.
Or with another third
With the
sign?
third, with the third sign.
With a
Okay.
constant sign. I
Yeah.
see the signs,
So we can
and
do
I like
this.
them.
I
So
had
now-
to work hard not to sing that song.
Oh, yeah.
Hard.
You need to do a test equipment remix of I Saw the Signs.
Yeah.
Or what's the actual song called?
I think it's I Saw the Sign.
I Saw the Sign.
No, don't sing it. It's gonna get demonetized.
Oh, yeah. Oh. Oh.
Sorry. So now we have
I'll put white noise over you.
another oscillator. We've patched it in to ring modulate the first one.
Why is it doing this?
Yeah, what's that?
So this is basically right now it's glitching out because this displays modulation when it's happening slowly, but at the moment it's happening at audio rate.
Ah, you're audio rating it.
Ah, and the
that's
screen.
cool. And that's why it's glitching. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Certain frame rate, and you go over
Yeah.
it, it appears staggered.
I like that.
Exactly.
I like stuff like that.
Yeah, it's cool.
Shall we listen to the ring modulated
Please.
output? So now the extra oscillator is tuned to the same frequency
Okay.
as the second other one. Do we want to detune it more?
Yeah, detune it, please. So it opens up. Oh, it stopped back. There was like a rhythm. Can you get that rhythm?
It's very nice.
Oh, that's very good. I like
That's
that.
cool.
I like that. So, Sam, is there anything you would like to add to this? To the start of this composition, because it always feels like a composition
I
already.
tell you what, I'd love this. It's a beautiful composition. Is a bit of intermodulation between the oscillators, as in general, but maybe a lower rate oscillator to kind of bounce them up to a certain point. So just bringing in a low frequency oscillator to kind of move it around a tiny
Okay.
bit in and out of rhythm.
We can
Would that
do
make
this.
sense?
Yeah, we can maybe patch this in to modulate the frequency of one of the test oscillators. So here we have a simple LFO,
Okay.
and we're going to patch this into, maybe we patch it into the original one. So now I'm going to turn this to take linear FM instead of exponential. We're going to patch the LFO into the FM input. We're going to make it nice and slow, and we're going to turn it up very...
Just a tiny, tiny, tiny. Oh!
Is this too much already?
That's cool.
It's good.
So now
Yes.
it should drift slowly in and out.
Oh, can we have another LFO on the other one?
We
Very
can.
small and subtle.
We certainly can.
Oh.
Oh dear.
This patch is getting big.
So how many of these modules would a computer kind of be able to have on it at the same time?
Well, so currently we have a page full of modules. The computer says that's 10%.
Okay. Oh, so there's a percentage you have a point, and is that kind of based on your computer?
Yes.
Oh wow. That's
So
cool.
at the moment we could have 10 pages of these modules.
After we add this LFO, can we copy and paste that thing 10 times?
Let's give it a go.
Now this is what I wish real world test equipment is, because that would be quite expensive.
That would be.
Even because test equipment's so cheap nowadays, you can purchase at low frequency oscillators for like £20, but still it's going to add up. That's a lot of modules.
The real estate and the electricity also.
Ah, yes, the electricity bill.
I
Don't
haven't
remind me.
I haven't looked at mine from last month, and that was the month where I added 19 pieces of test equipment at
Yeah,
the same time.
That's
yeah.
impressive. So, do we want to copy everything?
Have you added the LFO to do a little bit of modulation
I have.
to the other one?
Would you
Okay,
like
well,
more?
yes. Please just copy everything and then start. Just make it slowly descend into test equipment madness.
Okay, so I'm going to hit the duplication button.
Oh,
I'm ready. I'm
A
ready.
button that we would love to have in real life.
oh, it sounds.
I didn't connect the new modules to the output yet, so it doesn't yet sound any
Will
different.
the LFOs be out of sync?
They should be.
Oh, that's
Awesome.
cool.
So now we have a problem because
It's huge.
we have to find the output. I'm not sure where the output of our new monster system is.
Just check it out that random mixer. Let's just
Let's take it out from
one's
here.
good, it's all good. Oh no, the next mixer
We're
isn't
going to
it?
have to move it down to here so that it actually appears on the same page as the other things. Otherwise, I can't drag the cable over there. This is madness. And I'm going to patch the output from here into... So where was our final mixer?
Up top.
Yes, that's a good point.
Oh,
So we have something different going on. It won't be too different because when we duplicated the modules, they all had exactly the same settings.
So maybe we pitch one to another pitch.
but to be honest, that sounds pretty. Can we get another one and then start adjusting that, because that rhythm sounds pretty nice.
Yeah?
Okay,
You want
so
to
that-
duplicate everything again?
I mean, whoop, 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 whoop. Yeah, that's good. That's good.
The subtleties.
So a whole nother voice. Is that what we're doing?
Yeah, and whole nother voice.
This is the largest patch that I've built this week
Oh.
by a long way.
It's always good to push limits.
It is. So, time for the duplication button. It's nice that it causes a dropout like
If
this.
you had a bigger screen, would you be able to fit more modules onto that screen?
Of course, yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm gonna
I
move
see.
these
We're now
down
at
here.
57%.
Yes.
Okay. I guess it's quite. Yeah, that's fair enough.
I wonder if it will introduce more crackles.
We can
duplicate
certainly keep
even
adding
more.
things until it starts
Because-
breaking up.
Yeah, because then that's a nice thing to push
Yeah.
the machines. That's
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
what we're doing with the test equipment. It's nice when it pushes and breaks other stuff.
Yeah.
That's a
The
good
breaking
idea.
part is not so nice, but
Well, no, it's more the artifacts that are created by the limits of the machine. And even though this
Exactly.
is a modern computer, there are still limits. And you're kind of pioneers of this stuff, and everything is just, you're always trying to push limits of it. So you're taking something old, test equipment, taking the modern thing to the max and hoping there might be some strange things happening.
yeah.
It's the unknown.
I'm gonna patch this in.
Ah, now the rhythm is even more pronounced.
That's cool.
Starting to distort more.
So maybe we just copy another one and then...
Should we detune this one maybe?
No, that's. I think now it's that the rhythm is more, it's better.
Actually, is there any way you could just duplicate that whole page?
This will
Yeah.
this will exceed the limits of the possible, and who knows what's going to result.
Okay.
I
sounds
can
good.
do it. Shall we do it?
Yeah, I
do
just
it.
want to see what happens.
Me too.
We can always undo it.
Yeah.
Okay.
If it will react then still.
Reaktor.
Yeah,
React.
I mean, Reaktor reacts. Unfortunately, I have to select all of the modules individually before I hit the duplication button.
So there's... Okay. Well, that's
It
nice.
takes me a moment. Lets me think about the consequences of what I'm about to do.
Is this scary for you?
No,
Okay.
That's still really cool.
we have to
though.
do things like this to make
Yeah.
sure that our things work properly. But you never know what's going to happen.
And the sounds.
Yeah.
I bet with a little bit of like some. Oh man, it's nice. Sounds good.
Are you ready?
Time?
Yeah, it's time.
Now we'll just unpatch the banana cable, plugging it back in, and. Oh no, we had a power cut. We merely just asked too much of our.
Oh, good.
Oh no! Oh no!
We managed to crush it.
Oh, we went too
it's-
far. We took it too big.
And one question. Now the reactor is telling us something. Do you understand that?
Yeah, sure. So Reaktor crashed in the part of the program that creates new wires.
Ah, the wires.
It was the wires.
It was
all
the
along.
wires.
Okay.
But that's quite amazing because like that's a lot of modules.
Yeah,
we
that was-
did kind of ask quite
That
a
was
bit,
probably around 100 modules at once.
which is kind of ridiculous if you imagine 100 module kind of setup. That's
Still,
pretty
yeah.
massive.
It shouldn't do this, and when I get back to the company on Monday, I will be fixing it straight away.
Oh really?
Right.
Well, should we just reopen and
Will
We
it
can
be there?
reopen it.
skip
but,
along this?
Or will it
unfortunately,
always like crash again
well, I
because
forgot
it
we
saved
didn't
the
save.
last?
We didn't save. So maybe. Oh, how do we do
the
this?
ephemerality of computers means that our beautiful patch is now gone.
Oh, okay.
Okay. That's
Would
quite
you?
cool.
Then I've got another proposal.
Yeah.
Would you be open for a little jam?
Absolutely.
So because
Yeah, well,
Sam, you brought something.
I did bring something along. It's a real world thing. Sadly, it's probably not as complex as a computer, but it is stinkier. That is for sure. We're going to try and... Well, should we try and copy this instead?
Let's do it.
The
Can do it.
modulation. I don't know, but it might be because there's... It might be quite simple. Or do you want... Should we jam... Well, no, build it, but jam whilst we're building it.
Perfect.
That's an
Perfect.
idea.
So we need 2 oscillators.
2 oscillators, please. 2 oscillators. This is kind of like... It's sort of... One symbol one. This is... I wonder if we can make some genuine art, test equipment trumps. Farts.
That would be excellent. And what kind of...
Huh?
What waveform do your oscillators produce?
Reverse ramp.
Reverse ramp.
Ooh.
Oh, ramp, I would guess it would be called. Because reverse ramp would
Reverse
be...
ramp would be a sawtooth,
Sawtooth,
I
yeah.
believe.
Ramp. Is
Um,
ramp possible?
A sawtooth is possible.
Sawtooth.
But I can invert it, thus producing a ramp.
Mm-hmm.
Consistent with the Fartbox. So,
Ooh. Oh! That's quite nice, yeah.
He's coming in.
Oh, he's coming in. Now, if you get a filter, get them both going into a filter.
yeah.
And
Can
can
we
you
get the detuning correct first?
Oh yeah, just get it slightly bouncing. Oh, so you're gonna add some offsets.
Yes, exactly.
That sounds good together.
Yeah.
Makes a lot of stress.
Too much.
Yeah. Nice.
You know, that actually sounds like if you shut your eyes, it's quite.
It is.
This is almost in
pure.
tune as well.
Yeah.
That is pretty damn cool.
Yeah.
So what you kind of need to do now is you need to send both of the audio outs into the
Separate channels.
into the CV inputs of the cutoff frequency.
Ah, yeah.
But is there? Yeah. It doesn't
Of a
matter.
filter or
of
of
the
a...
filter,
Ah, okay, yeah, we can do this.
as well as the audio input. So you've got the audio input, both of them going into the audio in, and then both of them going into the CV.
We can certainly do that. So, what kind of filter would you like? A low pass?
Low pass.
Low pass.
12 dB, 6 dB, or 12.
12 dB.
You decide.
12 dB is available.
Oh, that is nice.
I love 12 dB filters. Is that your? No, that's you. Oh,
That is nice, isn't it? But hopefully we can get this with the modulation between the filter and the oscillators. Because the beat is coming from the difference in phase of the two oscillators modulating the filter.
awesome.
So yeah, look, we get, and then we like bring the filter down, the audio. Yeah,
Oh, what was that? I get.
yeah.
Sounds nice.
It's coming. That is cool. And I go maybe bring the oscillators slowly down.
In frequency.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh. A bit more filter, maybe. Yeah.
Oh, that's quite nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's
good.
good.
It's so fun. And I like how the timbres mix because this is like warp and this is like yeah.
But it's really quite an analog kind of tone to it. And the fact is, if you want to do a modular jam and your friend hasn't bought his modular or her or anybody, look on a laptop. It's like basically the same thing, just a different way of patching.
This is our goal. We want to democratize modular synthesis. This is a good drone.
Yeah. And I see you're now like going. You're pushing like the output of the laptop. Can you push a little more to see what happens? Yeah. So
yes.
You're now clipping the digital to analog converter on the MacBook.
That sounds good. And then.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
That is really nice. Oh, let's just take it in for a second. Close your eyes. Close your eyes.
I'm starting to hear lyrics and stuff like that.
Have a little adjustments.
Yes, please.
And that's like.
And maybe you play.
Yeah. Slowly change your stuff up. Wow.
The range is amazing. Like just tiny increments.
Yeah, teeny weeny.
Urgency.
Is there a way of Oh, yeah.
So I'm feeding back the filter into the FM input of one of the oscillators.
Yeah. Oh, that's the Metasonics R53 ring modulator. Does that sound, and that's the only reason I have it.
So can you put a MIDI interface onto this?
Absolutely. We don't have one today in the studio, but
you can.
You can.
If you wanted to.
There's some real
That's like a
digital farts.
The digital farts, that is
From an angry bee.
A bee's fart. See, it's funny, that kind of combination, you could just get farts, can't you?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a ripper right there. That's a ripper of a fart. Fading into the past like the test equipment.
Beautiful silence.
So is there any way you can make this like shareable?
Unfortunately, the patch that we made that is too dangerous for the world
Okay.
is gone forever.
Yeah.
But we can make available our brief emulation of the fart machine
Okay. The brief farts.
The brief farts. Okay.
in Reaktor format for everyone to download and enjoy themselves.
Okay. So you need to buy the Reaktor software and then you can play it?
Actually, no. We now have a new version of the Reaktor player that allows you to patch modules yourself.
Uh-huh.
The modules that we've used today are all available for free also in our complete start package. So anybody can load up the fart machine.
The brief fart. That's so cool.
So you heard it here. You can get free farts from Native Instruments. I'll put the link in the description. Well, that was fun.
That was
Thank
fun.
you also.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you all
Thank you.
very much.
Thank you,
you.
Doctor.
Yeah. Thank you,
Thank
Sam.
you for teaching me the ways of the test
Thanks,
equipment.
Timeback, for inviting me along to check this out. I was like, there's a computer there. I don't know how I feel about this, but you might
It's actually a
tell me.
discussion.
It was a discussion.
It was,
It's actually like, I quite like it. Well, maybe, I do have a computer, but it doesn't get used much. Never.
What would your mum
Only for
think?
eBay.
Sorry?
What would your mum think?
My mum would probably be relieved if I decided to use that instead of all of, but this, yeah. That's amazing.
So that's it for this video. Thank you all for watching and see you in the next one. Bye.
Bye.